Hey everybody, we have an emergent situation right now. It is 23rd of June and we have a COVID-19 scare coming through to the city. Somebody from Australia came here and had COVID and just went all around Wellington, literally all around Wellington, and we're just waiting now to hear if we're going to go in lockdown or not. I can't believe this is happening. It's just like, it's a bit surreal. So I just had to vlog, I guess, because everything will change if we go into a lockdown. We're just waiting to see what happens. People are going home. If they were at the places that this patient 0 was at, they've been told to go home and isolate, get a COVID test, so we're just waiting to hear what happens. I don't know, man. So far I haven't been in close contact with any of the places that this person went to, but I mean, it's still going to have a pretty big impact because Wellington's a compact city, so everybody gets around to similar places, and this was always a risk of happening with the bubble between Australia, you know, people coming here without quarantining, without necessarily needing a vaccine. We're just going to wait and hear what happens, so I'll let you guys know. This is the first really big COVID-19 scare that we've had in a while, so I thought that I would vlog about it and keep you in the loop because this is just sort of nuts. So we live in this pandemic world, and New Zealand's been really slow in their vaccination rollout, so not a lot of us have the vaccine, so we're all vulnerable to get COVID. This is a really big deal. Okay, I won't talk about it. I'll try not to stress out about it. I'll just wait to hear what the government response is going to be. We're going to find out in about 40 minutes. I'll let you know. Okay, so I'm walking home and I thought I'd give an update. Also, check out the moon just over there. We were put into alert level 2, which means that we're not in a lockdown, but we're just restricted on how much people can be in a certain place, so physical distancing, and all the stores and locations where this patient 0 attended are all closed, doing deep cleans. We'll figure out on Sunday what level we're going to switch to, but honestly, that museum behind me is Te Papa, and there were up to 2,500 people who are potentially close contacts who were at the museum at the time of patient 0, so it's looking a lot likely that we are going to go into a lockdown, probably a level 3. If you're not familiar with New Zealand's lockdowns, it's very strict, and we haven't had a level 3 in Wellington since the original shutdown in 2020, so still developing. I can't really conclude on how I feel about it. It sucks, but also I think we kind of have to do the right thing here because a lot of us don't have a vaccine, so we're vulnerable to these outbreaks. You know, the risk is pretty real. This person went to a lot of places, and it's a really big risk to not do a cautionary lockdown or change in alert levels. So I don't know, I'm just gonna work from home tomorrow and Friday and just wait to hear for Sunday what the future's gonna be. Will it be a lockdown or will we just go back to level 2? That is the update for the 23rd of June. I'm gonna go to the supermarket and just start to pick up some food just to stock up a bit, just in case we do hit the lockdown button. But I'm not gonna go crazy and panic buy, but I definitely don't have enough to last me for like a week-long lockdown. All right, I'll catch you guys later and hopefully have more information on this. Okay guys, I just wanted to give an update. I told you I would on this very gloomy day in the capital, but essentially we got an update today, and we basically were told today that we need to be extending our level 2 for another 48 hours. We're still at level 2. That means the gyms are open, so that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing for the next few days. Going to work as usual and waiting for more information to be told about these test results. I need to come back from people that are close contacts, so once we have more information, the government will be able to respond in a way that makes most sense for everybody to remain safe. So that's it, level 2. All right, I'll check in a few days. Hey everybody, it is the 29th of June and I promised you that I would do an update for the next change in this COVID situation. So it looks like we narrowly avoided an actual outbreak and we are moving into level 1 tomorrow. So this is just not the news that I expected. I really did think that this was it. This was going to be our level 3 lockdown that Auckland has had to experience twice since the initial lockdown. So I thought that this was our turn, but no, we dodged a damn bullet and I'm really, really happy because my home life has not been the greatest. So I guess I'll just do an update now because it just happened. But I was out with friends last night having some nice drinks and celebrating the departure of one of our colleagues here at work, and I was having fun. We sang karaoke, we had a nice time together. But when I got home, I came home to a message from my flatmates in the group flat chat, basically saying that both of them are moving out in 26 days, so they've given their notice. And yeah, basically it was up to me to decide whether I was also going to move out or to take on a new lease and find 2 new flatmates. I've since chatted with the leasing management company, and I've made the decision that I'm going to stay, mainly because I don't ever want to feel like I'm being bullied into doing something that I'm not ready to do. And I'm perfectly fine staying in the flat that I'm in at the moment, and I don't want to feel like I'm making this decision to leave because these 2 other individuals have pressured me into leaving. So I decided that I'm going to stay, create a new lease, and find 2 new flatmates. So I refuse to look at this as a bad thing. I think this is really good change. I was not happy living with the 2 people that I've been living with the past 9 months, and this is my opportunity now to find 2 new people who I can live with, and hopefully we're more compatible and we get along a lot better, and I'm really excited. So I'm looking at this now as an opportunity instead of, a bad situation. It's like my prayers have been answered. I get to get rid of these 2 thorns on my side that have been hanging on for a while now, and I'm just like, at first I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do viewings, I'm gonna have to find people in under 4 weeks, just thinking about the stress of that. And yeah, that's pretty unfair that they did that to me. However, I'm actually looking at it now after talking with a few people and letting it sink in overnight that this is definitely an opportunity for me. I can look at this as a way to dramatically change my home life environment for the better, and I'm really pleased about that. So in the end, this whole situation has resolved itself. I can let you know without getting into too much detail that the relationship between myself and the flatmates has just deteriorated over the past month to the point where we don't really talk to each other at all, and I'm really pleased that they've taken the steps to just remove themselves from the situation. So this is like the best news. So I wanted to give that as an update as well. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing viewings and finding new people to live with, and this is a very interesting time in my journey here in New Zealand. I did not know that I would be taking on basically organizing and creating a new living environment in a flat that I'm living in. So this is definitely something new that I'm doing. I went from not really having any flatmates before back in Canada. I always lived on my own, to now being somebody that has to find flatmates and create like a brand new little home environment. It's just all new learning experiences for me here in New Zealand, and particularly Wellington. The housing situation just doesn't really allow me to find a place on my own at this stage. At this point too, I would really rather share the rent with people. So yeah, I'm deciding to stay in a shared living situation for now, but obviously in the ideal world I would just be living alone. But if that's not ideal, then the second best option is just to find some new people that I get along with better and to have a really good time finding them. And yeah, probably come across a few characters in the vetting process for finding a new flatmate, but that's just all part of the journey. This is all just seemingly happening very, very fast. I've also signed a letter of offer for a brand new job, which I officially start this Thursday, so in 2 days. Things are moving and shaking in my life, guys. When you ask for change, it really does come into your life. It has just come with a swiftness. I am kind of like jogging to try to keep up with all this change, and at the speed that this change is coming through is really, really unbelievable at times. But I got this. I can handle this, and I have survived worse than this. So this is all just part of the journey, and I will become stronger out of this. So let's just keep the good vibes rolling, everyone. Send me good vibes to try find people. By the time you watch this, I probably would have found flatmates already, but hoping that this process goes as smooth as possible, and I'll let you know what the updates are once I start doing viewings with people and getting more insight into finding new people to live with. This is an interesting process. So I'll check in with you guys another time. See you later.